Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show, and I'm glad y'all here. Hope y'all had a good week. I did okay. I did. You want to hear some good news? Well, as y'all know, I wrote a poem about me being the accident I had with the lawnmower years ago when Jerry and I first got together. Well, anyway, it was over 20 years, and finally, I think it was Sunday. I finally learned how. I finally got over the fear of knowing. I did it 2 days, and I was going to. And yesterday I was going to do it last night, but I wasn't feeling didn't feel up to it. So and plus it was raining last night. But a neighbor, I don't know who it was, come along and mowed the front yard. So tomorrow night I will do the backyard, and I will do that. So and whoever did my yard, I want to thank them. I still don't know who it is, but thank you very much. I sure appreciate it. So okay, now we get started. I hope you all had a good one. And how was everyone today? Okay, let me get over here. Okay, I'm going to read Gary's poem called Money Has Spoiled. These are a theme poem for the Poetry Club. Okay. Money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth more than our money. We can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. The end. Okay. Now I'm gonna play Gary's song. He's gonna recite his poem he did years ago. Let me get to it and called A Musician's Love by Gary A. Snyder. Okay.
Hello, Michael.
Hello. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, okay. I just thought, since I wasn't really ready, I'd just do one of my older poems, and it's called A Musician's Love. Would that be okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Here we go. So I get done with my cigarette here a minute. All right. It's called A Musician's Love. The violin hears as I bow, forever drawing it to and fro. Never ending, cycle like, tunes I've practiced, done just right. The violin rests, no more sound. Skies darken and the night settles down. As I leave a wanton wanderer full of thought, it makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. The pictures of probability is what I see to embellish the spellbound dream for me. End poem.
I like that, man. I like
Thank
that
you.
a lot. That was
All
really
right.
cool.
So, how you been doing up there?
Oh, I've been good, busy. I've been doing.
You still in that Boston area?
Oh yeah.
The backwoods of Boston. In the backwoods of Boston, back there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least you enjoy a little bit of the water life back there. I hope. You know?
Yeah, actually, I live on a pond, so I get yeah.
Huh?
I get to enjoy it. I live on a pond, so I get to enjoy it pretty frequently.
Wow. Okay, that's great.
That worked out.
I'm getting old enough. I should be going fishing instead of doing anything else. But I've been trying to get around to kind of work on my lawnmowers and all that stuff. And I used to go out there and sit and look at them and, I have one more bush. Anyway, and once what, we pay attention to the poetry and the stuff. And
Mm.
So I didn't really have anything new. So I said, well, I always liked this poem, so I'll just do that one for
Yeah.
you. So
Excellent.
here I'll
Thank
get,
you, sir. Okay.
huh? I'll give you back to Noreen, buddy.
All right.
Here she is. Here she is.
Okay. And that was Gary, my teddy bear darling, reciting his poem, um, A Musician's Love. And that was Michael Quigg. He used to be the co-host with Nyla on the Speakeasy Cafe. And we got a comment, and Richard Huggendobler, my brother Dickie. Dickie said, "Hi Noreen, hello Dickie, welcome to the Poetry Club and Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you." And okay, let me add another comment too. And okay, and okay, and Doreen Brunner said, "Hi Noreen, hope you are doing good." Hello Doreen. Yes, I'm doing good. And how you doing, Doreen? And how you doing, Dickie too? And Goro Tokano, he's all the way from Japan. Hello Goro. Um, it's a not welcome to the Poetry Club. The Saturday night show is honored to have you here, Goro. And he's an um awesome poet. You check him out, Goro Chakano. Hope I say your name right. And Doreen, and welcome, Doreen, to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. And Doreen said, we're doing good. We're at Warsaw Fair. Oh, that is awesome, Doreen. Okay. I'm glad y'all doing good. Mhm. Okay. And y'all enjoy yourself at Warsaw Fair. I don't know if we ever been to the Warsaw Fair, but I know we did a Columbia City Fair up there. Mhm. Okay. Okay. And now I'm gonna read. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna read. The complete. I'm reading. I've been reading from the complete works of William Shakespeare, Volume One. I'm still on the first plate on here. Okay. Doreen said it's called Kosciuszko County Fair. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Doreen. I don't know if I ever did that one or not. It's been so many years since I've been in Indiana, but I still remember the one in Columbia City, mhm, and by Grandma and Grandpa. Mhm, yeah, mhm. And I'm often okay. Right now, on the first play at Titus and Andronicus, and still on Act Two, and I should be finishing Act Two today. And Doreen said maybe not. I don't know. Probably not. I can't remember. Okay. 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 Re-enter Aaron with Quintus and Martius. Aaron said, "Come on, my lords, the better foot before. Straight will I bring you into the loathsome pit, where I espied the panther fast asleep." Quintus said, "My sight is very dull, whatever it bodes." And Martius says, "And mine, I promise you, warrant not for shame. Well, could I leave our sport to sleep a while, and falls into the pit." And Quintus said, "What art thou fallen? What subtle hole is this? Whose mouth is covered with rude growing briars, upon whose leaves are drops of new shed blood, as fresh as morning dew distilled on flowers? A very fatal place, it seems to me. Speak, brother, hast thou hurt thee with the fall?" Martia says, "O brother, with the dismalest object hurt, that ever eye with sight made heart lament." Aaron aside, "Now will I fetch the king to find them here, that he thereby may give a likely guess, how these were they that made away his brother Martius. Why dost not comfort me and help me out from this unhallowed and blood-stained hole? Quintus, I am surprised with an uncouth fear. A chilling sweat overruns my trembling joints. My heart suspects more than mine eye can see. Martius, to prove thou hast a true divining heart, Aaron, and thou look down into this den, and see a fearful sight of blood and death. Quintus, Aaron is gone, and my compassionate heart will not permit my eyes once to behold the thing whereat it trembles by surmise. Oh, tell me how it is, for never till now was I a child to fear I know not what. Martius, Lord Bassimus lies in brood here, all on a heap like to a slaughtered lamb, in this detested, dark, blood-drinking pit. Quintus, if it be dark, how dost thou know 'tis he? Martius, upon his bloody finger he doth wear a precious ring that lightens all the whole, which like a taper in some monument doth shine upon the dead man's earthy cheeks, and show the ragged entrails of the pit. So pale did shine the moon on Pyramus, when he by night lay bathed in maiden blood. O brother, help me with thy fainting hand. If fear hath made thee faint, as me it hath, out of this fell devouring receptacle, as hateful as Coriatus' misty mouth. Quintus, reach me thy hand, that I may help thee out, or wanting strength to do thee so much good, I may be plucked into the swelling womb of this deep pit, poor bottomless grave. I have no strength to pluck thee to the brink, Martius, nor I no strength to climb without thy help. Quintus, thy hand once more I will not lose again, till thou art here aloft or I below. Thou canst not come to me, I come to thee, and falls in. Enter Saturnus with Aaron. Saturnus, along with me, I'll see what hole is here, and what he is that now is leaped into it. Say who art thou that lately didst descend into this gaping hollow of the earth? Martius, the unhappy son of old Andronicus, brought hither in a most unlucky hour, to find thy brother Decimus dead, and Saturnus, my brother dead? I know thou dost have but jest. Has he and his lady both are at the lodge, upon the north side of this pleasant chase. 'Tis not an hour since I left him there. Martius, we know not where you left him all alive, but out, alas, here have we found him dead. Re-enter Tamora with attendants, Titus, Andronicus, and Lucius. And Tamora, where is my lord the king? And, and Saturnicus, here, Tamora, though grieved with killing grief. And Tamora, where's thy brother Decimus? Saturnicus, now to the bottom dost thou search my wound. Poor Decimus here lies murdered. Tamara, then all too late I bring this fatal writ, the complot of this timeless tragedy, and wonder greatly that man's face can fold in pleasing smiles such murderous tyranny. She gives Saturn a letter. Okay, okay. And Saturn said, reads, and if we miss to meet him handsomely, sweet huntsman, basking us 'tis we mean. Do thou so much as dig the grave for him, thou knowest our meaning. Look for thy reward among the nettles at the elder tree, which overshades the mouth of that same pit, where we decreed to bury Bassimus. Do this, and purchase us thy lasting friends. O Tamora, was ever heard the like? This is a pit, and this the elder tree. Look, sirs, if you can find the huntsman out that should have murdered Bassimus here. Aaron, my gracious lord, here is a bag of gold. Saturnus, to Titus, two of thy whelps, fell curs of bloody kind, have here bereft my brother of his life. Sirs, drag them from the pit into onto the prison. There let them hide, bide until we have devised. Some never heard of torturing pain for them. And Tamora, what are they in this pit? Oh, wondrous thing, how easily murder is discovered. Titus, high inferior, upon my feeble knee, I beg this boon, with tears not lightly shed, that this fault of my accursed sons, accursed if the fault be proved in them, and Saturnus, if it be proved, you see it is apparent. Who found this letter? Tamara, was it you? Tamara, Andronicus himself did take it up. Titus, I did, my lord, yet let me be their bell. For by my father's reverend tomb, I vow they shall be ready at your highness' will to answer their suspicion with their lives. Saturnus, thou shalt not held them. See thou follow me. Some bring the murderer's body, some the murderers. Let them not speak a word. The guilt is plain. For by my soul, where there was son, end then death. That end upon them should be executed. And Tamora, Andronicus, I will entreat the king. Fear not thy sons, they shall do well enough. And Titus, come, Lucius, come, stay not to talk with them, and exit. Okay. Um, scene 4. Another part of the forest. Enter Demetrius and Chiron with Lavinia, ravished, her hands cut off and her tongue cut out. Demetrius, so now go tell him, if thy tongue can speak, who 'twas that cut thy tongue and ravished thee. And Chiron, write down thy mind, hooray thy meaning so, and if thy stumps will let thee play the scribe. And Demetrius, see how with signs and tokens she can scrowl. Chiron, go home, call for sweet water, wash thy hands. Demetrius, she have no tongue to call, no hands to wash, and so let's leave her to her silent walks. Chiron, ah, twere my case, I should go hang myself. Demetrius, if thou hast hands to help thee knit the cord. Exit Demetrius and Chiron. Enter Marcus. Marcus said, who is this? My niece, that flies away so fast? Cousin, a word. Where's your husband? If I do dream, would all my wealth would wake me? If I do wake, some planet strike me down, that I may slumber in eternal sleep. Speak, gentle niece, what stern and on gentle hands have topped, and howled and made thy body bare of her two branches, those sweet ornaments, whose circling shadows kings have sought to sleep in, and might not gain so great a happiness as had thy love. Why dost thou speak to me? Alas, a crimson river of warm blood, like to a bubbling fountain stirred with wind, doth rise and fall between thy rose lips, coming and going with thy honey breath. But sure, some Tereus hath deflowered thee, and lest thou shouldest detect him, cut thy tongue. Ah, now that thou turnest away thy face for shame, and notwithstanding all this loss of blood, as from a conduit with three issuing spouts, yet do thy cheeks look red as Titan's face, hushing to be encountered with a cloud. Shall I speak for thee? Shall I say this so? Oh, that I knew thy heart and knew thy beast, that I might rail at him to ease my mind. Sorrow concealed, like an oven stopped, doth burn the heart to saunders where it is. Fear Philomela, she but lost her tongue, in a tedious semblance sowed her mind. But lovely niece, that mean is cut from thee, a craftier tourist, cousin, hast thou not met. And he hath cut those pretty fingers off, that could have better sewed than Philomel. Oh, had the monster seen those lily hands tremble like aspen leaves upon a lute, and make the silken strings delight to kiss him, he would not then have touched them for his life. Or had he heard the heavenly harmony which that sweet tongue has made, he would have dropped his knife and fell asleep, as Cerberus at the at Thracian poet's feet. Come, let us go, and make thy father blind, for such a sight will blind a father's eye. 1 hour's storm will strewn the vagrant meads. Okay. Okay, I'll just a second, you all. Okay. What will what will hold months of tears thy father's eyes? Do not draw back, for we will mourn with thee. Oh, could our mourning ease thy misery? Exit. And that was the end of Act Two. Okay. And next Saturday will be Act Three. Okay. And I hope y'all enjoying this Shakespeare's. I love Shakespeare's. Okay. Now now I will read Aura Lee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And we're still on book 4. Okay. And and Rosatiba is here too. So thank you very much, Rosatiba, Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show, and thank you for being here. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. And Ross Ativa, check him out. He is an awesome poet. Okay. Give me a couple minutes, and I'll get the I'm bringing it up here. Okay. Okay. Here it is. Ara Lee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. We're still on book 4. Okay. I sate there musing till she touched my hand with hers as sadly, as softly as a strange white bird. She feared to startle in touching. You are kind, but are you peradventure vix at heart because your cousin takes me for a wife? I know I'm not worthy. Nay, in truth, I'm glad uh, on't, since for that he chooses me. He likes the poor things of the world the best. I would not therefore, if I could, be rich. It pleasures him to stoop for buttercups. I would not be a rose upon the wall a queen might stop at near the palace door to say to a courtier, pluck that rose for me, it's prettier than the rest. Oh, Romney Lee, I'd rather far be trodden by his foot than lie at a great queen's bosom. Out of breath, she paused. Sweet Marian, do you disavow the roses with that face? She dropped her head as if the wind had caught that flower of her, and bent it in the garden, then looked up with grave assurance. Well, you think me bold, but so we all are when we're praying God. And if I'm bold, yet, lady, credit me, that since I know myself for what I am, much filter for his handmaid than his wife, I'll prove the handmaid and the wife at once, serve tenderly and love obediently, and be a worthier mate, perhaps, than some who are wooed in silk among their learned books, while I shall set myself to read his eyes, till such grow plainer to me than the French to wisest ladies. Do you think I'll miss a letter in the spelling of his mind? No more than they do when they sit and write their flying words with flickering wildfowl tails, nor ever pause to ask how many is. Should should that be Y or I? They know so well. I've seen them writing when I brought a dress and waited, don't floating out their soft white hands on shining paper, but they're hard sometimes, for all those hands we've used out many nights and worn the yellow daylight into shreds, which flapped and shivered down our aching eyes, till night appeared more tolerable, just that pretty ladies might look beautiful. Who said at last, you're lazy in that house, you're slow in sending home the work. I count, I waited near an hour for it. Pardon me, I do not blame them, madame, nor misprize. They are fair and gracious, but not like you, since none but you has Mr. Lee's own blood, both noble and gentle, and without it, well, they are fair, I said. So fair, it scarce seems strange that flashing out in any looking glass the wonder of their glorious brows and deep breast, they are charmed so, they forget to look behind and mark how pale we grown, we pitiful remainders of the world. And so, perhaps, if Mr. Lee had chosen a wife from these, she might, although he's better than her best, and dearly she would know it, steady thought, which should be all his, an eye glance from his face, to plunge into the mirror opposite in search of her own beauty's pearl, while I, oh dearest lady, serge will outweigh silk, for winter wear, when bodies feel a cold, and I'll be a true wife to your cousin Lee. Before I answered, he was there himself. I think he had been standing in the room and listened probably to half her talk. Arrested, turned to stone, as white as stone. Will tender sayings make men look so white? He loves her then profoundly. You are here, Ara. Here I meet you. We clapped hands. Even so, dear Romney, Lady Waldmore has sent me in haste to find a cousin of mine who shall be. Lady Waldemar is good. Here's one, at least, who is good, I sighed and touched poor Marian's happy head, as dog-like she most passionately patient waited on. A tremble for her turn of greeting words. I sat a full hour with your Marian Earl, and learnt the thing by heart, and from my heart, and therefore competent to give you thanks for such a cousin. You accept at last a gift from me, Ara, without scorn? At last I please you? How his voice was changed. You cannot please a woman against her will. And once you vex me. Shall we speak of that? We'll say, then you were noble in it all, and I not ignorant, let it pass. And now you please me, Romney, when you please yourself. So please you, be fanatical in love, and I am well pleased. Ah, cousin, at the old hall, among the gallery portraits of our Lees, we shall not find a sweeter signory than his pure foreheads. Okay. Um, um, okay, okay. Oh, I didn't ain't been putting this up here. Okay, what has been showing? Okay, okay, mm, okay. And I don't know who that is because I can't see right now. It says Facebook users, if you're interested in making money online, inbox me or send me a friend request. It's not about making money here. Whoever you are, I don't know who you are on here, and this is about poetry right now. Okay. Okay. Hi everyone. Hi Noreen and Snyder. Hello Facebook user. I won't tell you who it is until after a bit. Okay. 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 And and welcome you all, and welcome both Facebook users, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you all here. Thank you. Okay, okay. Not a word, he said. How arrogant men are, even philanthropists who try to take a wife up in the way they put down a subscription check. If once she turns and says, I will not tax you so, most charitable sir, feel ill at ease, as though she had wronged them somehow, I suppose. We women should remember what we are and not throw back on an obvious inscribed o- ob- ob- obvious inscribed with Caesar's image lightly, I resumed. It strikes me some of those sublime Vatican were not too proud to make the saints in heaven, and if so, then they're not too proud today to bow down. Now the roofs are off their necks, and on this good, true, noble Marion, yours and mine, I'll say, for poets bear the word, half poets even, are still whole Democrats. Oh, not that we're disloyal to the high, but loyal to the low and cognizant of the less scrupulous majestics. For me, I comprehend your choice. I justify your right in choosing. No, 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 he sighed, with a sort of melancholy impatient scorn, as some grown man, who never had a child, puts by some child who plays at being a man. You did not, do not, cannot comprehend my choice, my ends, my motives, nor myself. No matter now, we'll let it pass, you say. I thank you for your generous cousinship, which helps the present. I accept for her your favorable thoughts. We're fallen on days, we two who are not poets, when to wed requires less mutual love than common love, for two together to bear out at once upon the loveless many, work in pairs and galley couplings, or in marriage rings. The difference lies in the honor, not the work, and such we're bound to, I and she. But love, you poets are benighted in this age. The hour's too late for catching even moths. You're, you gnats instead. Love. Love's fool paradise is out of date, like Adam's. So they swan to swim the Triton, rather than true love, to float its fabulous plumage softly down the cataracts of this loud transition time, whose roar forever henceforth in my ears must keep me deaf to music. There I turn and kiss poor Marion out of discontent. The man had baffled, shaked me, till I flung for refuge to the woman, as sometimes impatient of some crowded room's close smell, you throw a window open and lean out to breathe a long breath in the dewy night, and cool your angry forehead. She at least was not built up as walls are, brick by brick, each fancy squared, each fancy square, each feeling ranged by line. The very heat of burning youth applied to indurate forms and systems, excellent bricks, a well-built wall which stops you on the road and into which you cannot see an inch, although you beat your head against it. Pshaw. Okay. Um, Okay. Okay. I do, I said. For this time, cousins both, and Cousin Romney, pardon me the word, be happy. Oh, in some esoteric sense. Of course, I mean no harm in wishing well. Adieu, my Marian. May she come to me, dear Romney, and be married from my house. It is not part of your philosophy to keep your bird upon the blackthorn. Eh? He answered. But it is. I take my wife directly from the people, and she comes as Austria's daughter to imperial France, betwixt her eagles, blinking not her race, from Margaret's court at Garret Bright height, to meet and wed me at St. James, nor put off her gown of serge for that. The things we do, will wear to no mask, as if we blushed. Dear Romney, you're the poet, I replied, but felt my smile too mournful for my word, and turned and went. Mask, I thought. Beware, a tragic mask we tied before the glass, uplifted on the cop burn half a yard. Um, okay. Above it, natural stature, we would play heroic parts in ourselves, and end, perhaps, as impatiently as Athenian wives who shrieked in, in fits at the inhumanized. His foot pursued me down the stair. At least, you'll suffer me to walk with you beyond these hideous streets, these graves where men alive, packed close with earthworms, burr unconsciously about the plague that slew him. Let him go. The very women pelt their souls in mind at any woman who walks here alone. How how came you here alone? You are ignorant. We had a strange and melancholy walk. The night came drizzling downward in dark rain. And as we walked, the color of the time, the act, the presence, my hand upon his arm, his voice in my ear, and mine to my own sense, appeared unnatural. We talked modern books and daily papers, Spanish marriage schemes, and English climate. Wasn't it so cold last year? And will the wind change by tomorrow's morn? Can Guzalt stand? Is London full? Is trade competitive? Has Dickens turned his hinge a pinch upon the fingers of the great? And are potatoes to grow mythical like Molly? Will the apple die out too? Which way is the wind tonight? Southeast, due east. We talked on fast, while every common word seemed tangled with the thunder at one end, and ready to pull down upon our beads, a terror out of sight. And yet, to pause were surlier mortal. We tore greedily up all silence, all the innocent breathing points, as if, like pale conspirators in haste, we tore up papers in where our signatures imperiled us to an ugly shame of death. I cannot tell you why it was. 'Tis plain we had not loved nor hated. Wherefore dread to spill gunpowder on ground safe from fire? Perhaps we had lived too closely to diverge so absolutely. leave two clocks, they say, wound up to different hours upon one shelf, and slowly through the interior wheels of each, the blind mechanic motion sets itself, a throb to fill out for the mutual time. It was not so with us, indeed. While he struck midnight, I kept striking six at dawn. While he marked judgment, I redemption day. And such exception to a general law, imperious upon inner matter even, might make us each to either insecure, a beckoning mystery, or a troubling fear. I mind me, when we parted at the door, how strange his good night sounded, like good night, beside a deathbed where the morrow's sun is sure to come too late for more good days. And all that night I thought, "Good night," said he. And so, a month passed. Let me set it down at once. I have been wrong. I have been wrong. Um, we are all wrong always when we think too much of what we think or are, albeit our thoughts be very bitter as self sacrifice. We're no less selfish if we sleep on rocks or roses, sleeping past the hour of noon. We're lazy. This I write against myself. I had done a duty in the visit paid to Miriam, and was ready otherwise to give the witness of my presence, and name whomever she should marry, which I thought sufficed. I even had eased into the scale an overweight of justice toward the match. The Lady Waldemar had missed her tool, had broken it in the lock as being too straight for a crooked purpose, while poor Miriam Earl missed nothing in any accents or my acts. I had not been ungenerous on the whole, nor yet untender. So enough. I felt tired, overworked. This marriage somewhat jarred, or if it did not, all the bridal noise, the pricking of the map of life with pens, and scheme of here we'll go, and there we'll go stay, and everywhere we'll prosper in our love, was scarce my business. Let them order it. Who else should care? I throw myself aside as one who had done her work, and shut her eyes to rest the better. I, who should have known, for reckon mischief were we disavow being keeper to our brother where his came. I ought have held that poor child to my heart a little longer. 'Twould have hurt me much to have hastened by its beats the nearest day, and kept her safe meantime from tampering hands or peradventure traps. What drew me back from telling Romney plainly the designs of Lady Waldemar, as spoken out to me? Me? Had I any right, right, with womanly compassion and reserve, to break the fall of woman's impudence? To stand by calmly, knowing what I know, and hear him call her good? Okay, and I'm gonna leave right there, and I will continue this next Saturday. Okay, let me mark this down. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. That was the Facebook. Okay. The first one that I said I didn't know who it was. It says if you are interested in making money online, inbox me or send me a friend request. That is Geraldo Gora. Okay, okay, and the other Facebook user said, "Hi everyone, hi Noreen and Snyder." That is Soul Angel Romero. Hello, Soul Angel Romero, and welcome both of y'all to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. And I mean, yeah, Saturday night show. And thank you all, both of y'all, for being here. It is an honor to have you all here. Okay, see, I can't because when I was reading from I'm reading on my cell phone, and if you're on the Portrait Club listening to this, it's going to show up Facebook user from there. So that's why I couldn't tell who it was. And okay, and and some reason if you're on my page, it won't show up on here. So I don't know what is going on. We have another comment. Um, Janine Lynch said, "Hi, sweetheart. Hello, Janine, and welcome to the the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here." And okay, we got and Francis Sil Guyane. Welcome, Francis Sil Guyane, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Welcome. Okay, and okay, so Angel Romero and Janine Lynch, and they check them both out, and they're awesome. And and who was it? Check them both out. They're awesome poets, and they're really very talented. Okay, and okay, okay, okay. Oh wow. Okay. Now, okay, and now we're going to discuss today's poetic form called Kirk Shute, and it's spelled capital Cyrch. The next word is A, capital A. No, that's it. That was the only thing. And then capital Chwta. It is a Welsh poetic form, and like many Welsh forms, this poem involves both end rhymes and internal or cross rhymes. Here are the guidelines: octave stanza, eight line or 8-line stanza, and 7 syllables per line, and lines 1 through 6 and lines 8 end rhyme together. Line 7 cross rhymes with line 8 internally on either syllables three, four, or five. Okay. The A rhymes appeared at least 7 times per stanza, so it should be a strong one with plenty of rhyming options. It is unmetered and the theme varies. Okay. And now today's word I seen this word on this is on word okay. My oh yeah, okay. I found this poetic form on Kirk O. Tate on writersdigest.com. Okay. And today's word I found it on worddaily.com. And chinwag is spelled CHINWAG. Origin is British English in the late 19th century. And there is a noun and a verb. Definition of a noun is a chat, and the verb definition is have a chat. Example in a sentence: I love having a chinwag with my family and friends. The second sentence: come over after work and we'll chinwag about everything going on with you. Why is it so satisfying to have a good chinwag? Contrary to beliefs about gossiping, the practice might not be as negative as it seems. Evolutionary psychologist Robin Dunbar posits that gossiping developed as a way to disseminate important information throughout a social network. The word chinwag was formed from the word from the combination of chin and wag, likely a humorous way of describing the movement your chin makes when you're having a vigorous chat. Okay, that was the end of that. Okay. Now, and now I'm going to be reading the love poems of Elizabeth and Robert Browning. Okay. First of all, I'll read Elizabeth Browning, um, Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poem, Sonnet 41. Okay. I thank all who have loved me in their hearts, with thanks and love for mine. Deep thanks to all who paused a little near the prison wall to hear my music in its louder parts. Ere they went onward, each one to the mart's or temple's occupation beyond call. But thou, who in my voice was sink and fall, when the sob took it, thy divinest arts, own instrument didn't drop down at thy foot to hearken what I said between my tears, and instruct me how to thank thee. Oh, to shoot my soul's full meaning into future ears, that they should lend it utterance and salute love that endures from lives that disappeared. The end. That was Sonnet 41 by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And the next poem I'll read, Robert Browning poem called One Way of Love. All June, I found the rose and sheaves. Now, rose by rose, I strip the leaves and strew them where Pauline may pass. She will not turn aside. Alas, let them lie. Suppose they died. The chance was they might take her eye. How many a month I strove to suit these stubborn fingers to the lute. Today I venture all I know. She will not hear my music. So, break the string, fold music's wing. Suppose Pauline had made me sing. My whole life long I learned to love. This hour my utmost art I prove, and speak my passion, heaven or hell. She will not give me heaven, 'tis well, lose who may, I still can say, those who win heaven, blessed are they. The end. And that was Robert Browning's poem, One Way of Love. Okay. And let me see. And we're almost through with because we got three more of poems by Elizabeth in this book, so we're almost through with the love poems of Elizabeth and Robert Browning. This is an awesome book. Okay. 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 It's about time for the potpourri, and do any of y'all want to come on here and read your poetry, or you have anything to say, or you have any announcements? You are welcome. If anybody who wants me to read their poem and who can't be here, because of the time difference or whatever, or you too shy, or you should don't want to do it, I will read your poem on here too. I'll be glad to. I have done it for a few people, so if you want me to, I will. Okay. But in the meantime, anybody wants to come on here and read your poetry, or cause you are welcome. I welcome all kinds of poetry, and I love to hear other people read their poetry, what they wrote. I'm always interested in that. Only thing you cannot read on here is hardcore porn. You can't do porn on here. I don't allow that because there's teenagers and kids. I just don't want that. So you and anything else you can read. Okay. Mhm. Oh, and before I talking about poetry, noticed somebody made a comment that something about you can't write religious poetry on here. Well, you know what? You can post your religious poetry on Facebook. I love them too on the poetry club, and you can write about God and Jesus. Post that all up there, and inspirational. You can do that on the poetry club, because poetry club is about poetry, and you can express your feelings however it is. Only thing I don't allow is the porn. Don't put no porn poetry on there. And but any that kind of other than that, you can write any poetry you want up there. But no hate. Oh well, put it this way: no hate either. I don't want no hateful, no racism on there either. So I don't allow racism. I don't allow hate. So so be kind. Okay. And anybody else wants to come on here? Okay. Okay. Let me go ahead and do the announcements. Okay. Honey Parker has a show every Sunday and Wednesday night at 11 p.m. to midnight. On her show is called Poetic Expression Disease, and it is on Outworld Fleet radio station. And Okay, and if you need a life coach or okay, if you need a life coach, if you need a life coach, get in touch with Honey Parker because she's experienced at it and she knows what she's doing. She's professional at it. Okay, if you want some oils, get in touch with her, and she makes oils too, and she prays over everything. Okay, and that is a plus. Okay, and Craig Kirkland has a YouTube channel called Great Amazia, and and you can see his different go on there and you'll see his films. You'll see the past the TDP shows he has on with Amazia the Great, and they're awesome interviews. Go on there and check them out. And he recite his poetry. So he right now he's touring the East Coast. So check him out. And on the East Coast of the United States. And he also has a book called Don't Cry. And I'm reading that book right now. So go check him out. And okay. And Franco, Flavius, and Maxwinette and Francine has a show called The Real Stuff Podcast, The Poetry Corner, every Friday, 11 a.m. to noontime on the J Nostalgia YouTube channel. So go check that out. And okay, and on the J Nostalgia YouTube has a different other topics too. So check them out. Okay, and Gina Storm, Brother O, Enigmatic, and Nina Purple has a show every Monday night from 9 p.m. at 9 p.m. every Monday night on talkshoe.com front slash show front slash poet dash radio dash station. And Gina Storm has something going on her about poetry every day of the week, every night of the week on the Clubhouse. So go check them out. And Nyla Alicia. And if you want to call in and read your poetry, you can. Okay, you can call in that show and read. Okay, Nyla Alicia has a show has a show called Speakeasy Cafe every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Block Talk Radio station. And that's mine and Gary's favorite radio station. If you want to call in and read your poetry, you can. And it's an awesome show. And she's having a drawing thing, challenge drawing on her page. If you write a poem of place, and you put in her page on her page, then you will be into the drawing. So go check that out. And it can't be about you. What it got to be about a place. You talk about the place. Okay. Okay. And okay. And on the 24th of July, I'm having a show. Have a chat with poet Noreen. My guest will be Bob McNeil, and he's the one did a review on last Saturday of his book. Okay, so go check him out. He's an awesome poet. So okay, and does anyone else have okay? And don't forget September. I'll let y'all know more details on that. But we're going to have the Poetry Club joins the 100,000 Poets for Change, and it's end of September on a Saturday. I'll do like I did last year. I'll skip the Saturday the Poetry Club show, Saturday night show, and have that instead. I will let y'all know when that will be. And for that, I will be using Zoom. And you want to participate, get in touch with me. And I'm going to have Max Winnett be my host again. because I already asked her last year, will she be my host from now on? She'll be my co-host. So we're co-hosting together. So if you this has been awesome shows, awesome. So if you want to join, get hold of me, and I will sign you up for it. Okay. And you can do music, you can do poetry, and if you have art, if you do art and you want to do your picture, you can do that too. Okay. Okay. Does anyone else want to come on here? You can have anything to say. This is Potpourri. So when it's Potpourri, you can come on here and say whatever it's on your mind. You can read your poetry, or if you want to read someone else's poetry, let us know who it is, and then or you can make announcements you have, or if you like, or if you have any books out, come on here and let us know, and tell us all about it. Or if you should want to talk about anything, any subject, you can come on here and do that so too. Okay. Lawn is not um about lawn is not on racism, and lawn is not hate, not being like racism. Because I had a guy come on the chat, on the YouTube chat, who was really mean, and he was very hateful, and I won't allow that. I never had that happen before, but he was saying some awful things. But I had since blocked him. He was saying it's time to you know I don't want to talk about it. But as long as you're not being hateful and not being mean, and so come on here and you're welcome. Okay. I don't think that's going to happen again. Okay. Because basically, anybody comes on here, y'all are so nice, and I got a great group. Okay. And okay. I want to thank you all. We have over 50,000 members now on the Poetry Club. So I want to thank you all so very much. Wow, this is so wow, this is, oh, I'm so happy to see this, and y'all coming on here and the Poetry Club. So thank you all so very much. It is an honor to have all of y'all here, and thank you. Okay. And um, okay. 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 Does anyone else want to come on here? Anybody? You are more welcome. And let me put this on there, in case anybody wants to come on. I better put this up here. Um, okay. Um, okay. And I'll put it on here too. And um, okay. Excuse me, you all. Okay. Okay. Okay, I put it up there on my personal page and on YouTube. Now I'll get it uh on the Poetry Club too. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. Um, and if anybody wants to come on here, you're allowed to come on here. Okay. And I'll give it a few more minutes. And okay. You can type it in on your on the address bar or um copy and paste it. And I don't know if you can clip on it or not. Okay. Eh, y'all welcome to come on here and read your poetry, or you have any announcements. Um, have any announcements, or you want to say anything? You have a books out you want to talk about. You can talk about your books. You can talk about any event you have going on. Future have any comments, or you just want to talk, you're more welcome to it. Okay, and give it a couple more minutes. Okay, hold on, be right there. Okay. Um. I might. Okay. 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 Don't look like anybody's on any of the on the stream on Facebook. So let me see if anybody's on YouTube. Um. um mm, okay. Um. mm. Look like there is somebody on there. I think. No, I don't know. No, there's not. I don't think so. Um. Um. um okay. Um. Okay. Okay. Um. Would this look like somebody did show up? Okay. Let me see. I'll give them a few more minutes if anybody wants to come on here. Okay. I'll give you a few more minutes. See, I'm gonna see if anybody wants to come on here, read your poetry, or you have any announcements, or you should want to chat here. You are welcome to it. Um. Um. I don't know if anybody's on here now or not. Um. Okay. Okay. See if there- mm, Okay. Okay. Well, I don't see anybody. Does anyone want to read their poetry or have anything to say or um, um, or you should want to talk or tell us about any announcements you all have? Okay. Well, we should close out then. I don't see anybody coming on here. Okay. And and I want to thank everyone for showing up here and for listening today, for being here, and thank you all. And this is awesome to have over 50,000 members. And whoa, I, wow, this is awesome. And thank you all so very much. And okay, and and thank you all for being here, and thank you all very much. And thank you all. And don't forget, remember, live your dreams. You're never too old or too young to live your dreams. And keep on writing, everyone. And keep on writing. Don't ever give up. And so be okay. And have a good day. Rest of the day. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. And I will see you all next Saturday, same time at 5 o'clock. And thank you all for being here. And God bless each one of you all. And we love you all. And and thank you all so much. And it's an honor to have each one of you all here today. Thank you so very much. Okay. And you have been listening to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. Your host, Noreen Snyder. Thank you all.